Goedenavond iedereen, welkom bij de live masterclass van Willy. Samen met Slow Sex, gemaakt door Bezoek. En ik wacht even totdat Elsa ons joint uit Madrid. Nou, ik ben hartstikke benieuwd. Als jullie vragen hebben over Slow Sex en de producten die we gaan laten zien, stel ze vooral. Deze masterclass is in het Engels, maar ik kan dingen vertalen op het moment dat jullie daar behoefte aan hebben. Ik ga even Elsa toevoegen. Even kijken of dat lukt. Ik probeer het te accepteren. Maar hij werkt nog niet helemaal mee. Even kijken of ik Elsa zelf kan toevoegen. Zo. Hi there.
Hello. How are
Well,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes. I'm so excited. We're going to talk about slow sex.
Me too. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Well, thank you for joining us. So I just told the viewers that we're going to talk about slow sex and they can ask any questions they want.
Perfect.
Sometimes I will translate it in Dutch for our Dutch viewers.
Okay.
So let's start. Oh, yeah.
And the same with the questions, right? You will help me because I won't understand.
Of course I will. So let's start. You're Elsa and you're a designer at Slow Sex.
Yes, I'm one of the founders of Bestel, and I'm also the designer. And I'm in charge of all the communication and product development of the brand.
Yes. Well, I love the line. I don't want to promote it. You didn't pay me to promote it, but
no.
I seriously love it. And one of the reasons is because it's a sustainable line.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is one of the things that we take, well, we take things very, very seriously, as you can imagine, but the environment and the animal welfare is something that we are very concerned with. And since minute one, we tried to be very sustainable, although in the past, I would say 6 years, we really did great changes in the company. And we don't work with animal products, and all our packaging in the Slow Sex collection and the future collections that we are launching this month, we try to find solutions that are good for the environment, as zero waste as we can, so avoiding plastic and using materials like aluminium or glass or paper that you can recycle, and the aluminium, for example, is one of the materials that is endlessly recyclable. So we are very proud of our achievements in this collection. Also, regarding the ingredients, we take care and we choose carefully the ingredients that we use in the formulation of the products, not only for our skin and our body and because they touch all our intimate areas, but also to have ingredients that are good for the environment, because we cannot forget that it may end up in the water, how do you say, the water supplies and the water, and so we need to be very careful with what we use.
I think that's something that's very important, especially nowadays. Like
it
maybe
is.
10 years ago, nobody was really caring about it, but now they are. I see a comment, yay for saving the world. Yes, so that's why I want to start it with that. I've got a great box here filled with products. I'm going to show it. It's the Slow Sex
experience. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Be part of the revolution, it says. And it's filled with Slow Sex products. We're going to talk about that. And I think during the products, we also will give more details about sustainability.
Okay.
But before we are going to show any products, I also think it's very interesting that Bezoek, but Slow Sex in particular, is really, how do you say it, more on the sex education side of the, well...
We try to.
Yeah.
We try to. And every time we develop something, the other day, someone from the media asked me, why don't you just launch products? And my answer is that it is quite a responsibility when you develop things and when you have a company, especially one that is dedicated to sexual wellness. It's quite a responsibility to develop the products that they are good for you and for the environment and they work. But I believe it's important to educate because we are lacking so much information and sometimes we don't know how our body works, how our pleasure works. So we try to add a little bit of education in each product we develop. First of all, by developing things that are not gender-based, it's not for her, for him, but it's based on body areas. So we think about anatomy. It's for people, and when we explain things, we explain anatomically. For our anatomy. Ooh, this word is difficult. And the reason why is that sometimes we don't know how to call our body parts. So sometimes that's the thing between vagina and vulva. It's the main example that sometimes we don't even know and we confuse body areas. So I think it's important to be as inclusive as we can. And that's a part of the education behind the products, and to explain that pleasure goes beyond certain things that we've learned, certain things that we have as established behaviors. We want to give freedom to enjoy our pleasure, forgetting a little bit of what we've learned or what we didn't learn, because some of us are lacking sexual education. So it's very important to remind some concepts and to relearn about our sexuality. So we try to do that with our collections.
Yeah, I agree on that topic. I think this masterclass is too short to talk about all the topics that we lack in sexual wellness and that side.
Absolutely.
But if we can sum it up, why is it so important to develop self-love, self-respect, self-knowledge when it comes to sex?
I believe one of the things that are still, I wouldn't call it taboo, but let's talk about female pleasure and female masturbation. And that is still one of the big taboos that we face. So we always say that it's very important to know how our body works, to discover ourselves, to explore our pleasure. And that will lead not only to better pleasure and more pleasure when we are with ourselves, but also when we have to share with someone else. So yeah. I believe that exploring our pleasure is key to then have a better sexual life. And this looks like a cliche and looks like something that we all know, yeah. But it's true, and we should know. We cannot rely on the other person or the other people to be responsible for our pleasure. We need to know what we like. We need to know how we function. And it's true that we don't feel the same things and the same way with different people and different days and different moments. But I believe it's good to know. It's good to know our bodies, accept our bodies, accept our sexuality, and enjoy it. And there are so many good products in the market that can make pleasure even more intense. So I invite everyone, and not only, I'm not just talking about our products as Slow Sex, but I invite everyone to explore, to see what we do, what's out there, and explore and enjoy and have better sex. It has a huge impact in our wellness, general wellness. It makes us happier.
Yeah, that's it. It's not just about the kink or the sexy side of it. It's also about how it makes you feel, like being happier, being healthy. I'm very curious, and I think the viewers are as well, how Slow Sex, the products, are helping in that topic. But first, I want to check the comments because viewers are commenting very interesting things. I see here somebody saying, so true. It's important how to love yourself. Slow sex bring diversity to the adult toy industry. It's great that it can be used by every person. So that are very positive and nice comments. Another important point, sexual health is crucial to development. Well, I think everybody agrees. If you are watching, if you are watching and you got any questions, please let me know. Also in Dutch, I can translate it for you. If you don't want to openly comment a question, then you can also do it in private when you push the button below. Please keep watching till the end because we got a huge giveaway. Yeah, and then I come back at my question. How does slow sex provide that information that we've just talked about?
The reason, I think that the main reason is that maybe we are having more sex than ever, and maybe we have more sexual freedom than ever, and that is good. But I think that we also lost a lot of intimacy, right? We lost connection, mainly with ourselves. I think we can have another life to discuss this, but it's true that we disconnect ourselves from ourselves. We are a bit disconnected from our bodies, from our feelings. We are disconnected from each other. So I believe that slow sex as a concept and as a proposal brings back that concept of reconnecting, because it's key to be connected, to be present. Sex is much more than penetration. Sex is much more than orgasms. And I believe that we need to get a little bit in touch with our feelings, allow ourselves to feel and to enjoy. And that is a lot of work, and that means that we need to be free to let go and learn again and connect with someone and connect with ourselves. So the main reason behind slow sex, from our point of view and from our collection point of view, is to recover intimacy. Because you can be having sex and but maybe you are not enjoying. If you stop and think, maybe you're not enjoying enough. No, that's not the word. You're not enjoying it as much as you could if you just focused on feeling instead of what is expected from you. And when I heard the concept that is quite interesting, is less penetration anxiety. And when you remove all the performance anxiety, the things that you are supposed to do, the things you are supposed to feel, and you reconnect and you just feel, it's so much pleasurable. You have so much more pleasure. So this collection and the key of slow sex is to be present and to enjoy.
That you explained that very well. And I think you did a great job with the collection, you and your colleagues, because it shows everything you said. It shows when you see the products. Shall we take a look at it? Okay. Yeah.
Where should we start? Where should we start?
You tell me. You tell me. Where do we start?
I think I would start because I laugh because I think I would start with the oral sex products.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I think. When people say, well, but we didn't have sex, this is very common. And I usually think, what do you mean by that? So if you didn't have sex, so you didn't touch each other, you didn't kiss, you didn't have any contact with each other. Because we always think about sex as in a very heterosexual approach, and also sex as penetration. And as a woman, I know that I'm missing many things if I focus myself in the concept of sex as penetrative sex. And if you ask me what is the most intimate practice, I would say oral sex. It's quite a very intimate practice. It's something that requires a lot of intimacy, or at least to be pleasurable, it should require intimacy. So I have to stop talking because I talk too much.
No.
So I I would focus on the oral sex strips.
Oh,
These
I
are
don't have those there.
you have that, right? No.
No. I have the mouth-watering spray and the oral sex.
Okay, so okay, I'm
No,
gonna.
wait. They are in the bag. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, they are there. Okay,
There's
because
also,
that the pouch is part of the
yeah,
box also.
you can buy all the products separate, but you can also get the experience box like I showed you, and there is this pouch, traveling pouch, and they contain the trips. These.
Oh wow! And you can store everything. So we have 4 different products for oral sex. So I'm gonna start with the strips. It's a very thin, minty strip that you stick to your tongue, and then it gets really a really fresh sensation. Then we have the I don't know if you can see it, the mouth-watering spray. You have the boxes, right?
Yeah.
The mouth-watering spray, this is quite surprising because it affects your saliva glands, so you produce more saliva. So it's if you have a dry mouth, when I'm nervous, I have a dry mouth. I believe most of us have. So I'm always drinking water. It's not to keep hydrated, but it's because I get nervous. So I think this is from the excitement. I think this is quite a good idea. You just apply 2 sprays and you feel the effect. It's not excessive. You don't have many saliva around. It's just the right amount. And then we have the oral sex balm that it's applied I don't know, on the lips, and it has a hot and cold effect. So it works both on a penis or a vulva, on the clitoris. So you can feel the hot and cold effect, and also gives like a extra slippery effect. So it can make things smoother. So I recommend. So basically we started with oral sex because when you have sex, I think it's a very important part of the intimacy with another person.
It's very stupid, but I always compare it with food. Like I only like good food. I really love it. And if I put so many nice things in my mouth, then why? You know what I mean? So you want to enjoy the oral part as well.
Exactly, and it's a very sensitive sense of ours, and it's one of the first things that we develop, and we never lose the part of learning through our taste. So and
well, I see
it's
in the
good.
comments people saying sounds great, and finally, just a little quick thing in Dutch to explain it.
Okay.
De mouthwatering spray, dat zorgt er dus voor dat je speeksel aan wordt gemaakt. En je hebt er maar 2 druppels van nodig, dus dat is heel interessant. Nou, de oral balm, als je daar nog vragen hebt, laat het me over weten. En natuurlijk ook die strips, super interessant. So, I just want to say, like, every package is so sensual. It's not pornographic, or it's really sensual.
We wanted to be to send the message without being very explicit, but we wanted to give an idea, to be sensual from moment 1, and I think without being too explicit, because I think, and we always try to avoid, because we know that can be a huge like stop sign. And it is important for us. Exactly. I think there's a moment for everything, and in our company we try to keep a bit neutral in between worlds. So yeah, that's why. And should I talk about another one?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So again, one of the big parts of our a part of our body that is many times forgotten are the nipples, and this is a very sensitive area of our bodies, and it's a lot. There's a lot of pleasure in there waiting. So this is a formula that has a metallic roll-on, so it's very easy to apply. And the good
Like
thing
lip
is,
balm. Some lip balms also.
like a lip balm, or like the perfumes, the oil perfumes that you can rub around. So this one with the metallic roll-on increases the cooling effect. Also, if you want to store it in the refrigerator, you can also increase the cooling effect. And the nice thing is that you can transfer the effect from the nipples to other areas of your body. So you are in a hot date session, and kisses are flying around in every place of the body. So if you kiss the area of the body with this product, and then let's say you do oral sex, the cooling and warming effect transfers to the intimate area. So I really love this one.
Yeah, I see in the comments people love it as well. They say move slow to appreciate the pleasure, erotic but beautiful packaging, subtle and sensual. And somebody says perfume. I don't know if that's a question, but it got me thinking, is there a scent?
Most of the products have coconut aroma.
But the nipple play?
Not that much. No, not this one. This one has...
But it smells amazing.
Oh, this one. Yeah, sorry. I was confusing with the mouth-watering. The mouth-watering has just a citrus flavor, and the rest of the collection has a coconut aroma.
Is it with the nipple play? Can you also like lick it afterwards? Is it okay to get?
Yes, it is. It is. And everything. We cannot say edible, never, because cosmetics are not supposed to be edible. Mm-hmm. But all our products, of course, and it's kissable and it's totally safe, except when you see, and this is not about the slow sex, but when you see silicone in a composition of some product, that makes the product non-edible.
Yeah. And for me personally, I don't really, my nipples are very sensitive and I don't like it when people play with it. But with this, you have like a nice touch without being like, I don't have the need somebody also using their fingers when I use this.
I understand.
If you have sensible nipples like me, then it's a very great solution.
Because it is just the right sensation without being too strong.
Yeah. So I want to point out that all the slow sex products are in sale at Willie.nl. So please keep watching. I will tell you at the end how, and you can also win them with our giveaway. Before we move on to other products, we just saw the oral balm from Slow Sex. And this is the tube you were talking about in the beginning, like the sustainable tube with the aluminium.
Exactly.
Can you tell why it's sustainable, this aluminum tube? Like,
let me just get an example, because I don't have it near, but the example of the tube. I'm sorry, I'll be in half a second.
Dus voor iedereen die kijkt, bedankt voor het kijken. Laat je vragen achter in een comment.
I'm fascinated. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm fascinated with this material because when I discovered that we are using the aluminum that we extracted from the earth like many decades ago, and you need a huge amount of energy to do so. So it's good that it's endlessly recyclable. So when you have a tube without filling, it's like this. And I was fascinated with this. I don't know if you find it curious, but I think it's fascinating. And when you have the material in your hands, it's as small as a metal disc. It's a small thing. And so it has a few materials. So it's we don't use much material to do the tubes. And then if you're concerned about being aluminium, don't be, because inside there's a protection, like a treatment that avoids the product from touching the aluminium, and it's endlessly recyclable. I'm a huge fan of the aluminium. So it's the one that,
like in a package of milk, right? The inside to cover it.
exactly. The problem with the milk cartons, as far as I know, it's complicated to separate the aluminium from other materials. It's not impossible, but it's complicated. The paste, the tubes of toothpaste, they have plastic and aluminium. It's, as far as I know, it's complicated to recycle. So it's always good when you have the raw material, and that requires less energy and less resources to treat them afterwards. I won't be bothering you with more details, but I'm fascinated by the subject. I do a lot of research. I try to research regarding the materials we use in every process of our. I would say, I won't say I lose time, but I get lost in knowledge. I like to go and dive and discover things.
But that passion made this collection so good, I think.
I try to put a lot of passion, and that's the only way I know to do things. I'm passionate about the things we do. I'm passionate about sexuality. I think it's something that it's so common. So it's so common. It's where we all come from. But at the same time, we are so afraid of exploring it. And so I'm quite happy to all what we are doing and what we achieve. It's quite rewarding when you have this kind of, I would say, job, this kind of occupation, this kind of fun working.
I understand. Yeah.
And then there's we have a lot of aluminium tubes, because when we discovered this magical way of having our products, we really took advantage of it. Should we explain another one?
Yes, please.
So another thing that we sometimes find difficult is to concentrate ourselves during any type of sexual activity. So this clitoral balm, it's the clitoral balm. You just need one drop and to apply it, and that will keep you focused because it has an immediate warming effect. It increases the blood flow, so it also brings more blood to the clitoris, and it makes it easier to achieve orgasm. Or, as I say, usually it keeps you focused, and it's important to be present and focused while enjoying, because otherwise sometimes it's not as pleasurable as it could be if we are not focused on what we are doing and we are thinking about many other things that we have in our minds. Me, the first.
I think this is my favorite. When I was able to test all the products from Slow Sex, so I put on the nipple balm and I put on the clitoris balm, and it was my favorite.
This one,
yeah.
It's quite surprising because you can feel it almost immediately, and it keeps you focused for at least 30 minutes. It's good.
Oh, I see somebody commenting, sounds interesting. Sounds nice. Yeah, I know. Okay.
And I would talk about also the massage products, because as I was thinking, when we talked about the oral sex products, I forgot a part of it, that it's also good for kissing. And sometimes we forget, when you're starting a relationship, kiss, or when we are teenagers. So kissing is a huge, it's a very important part of the relationship with another person. And then somehow you forget about it. And I think it's good. It's proven that it's good for your health. It's good for your skin. It's good for your muscles. You activate a lot of muscles when you kiss. So also use the oral sex products to to enjoy long sessions of kissing. And
Also the
also,
script, I think, because
yes,
they're that mental, so you don't have to brush before. You just want, you know.
exactly. And another thing that we forget about it is touching and massage. You don't need to be a professional from massage and know many techniques. And I think touching and rubbing, and it's a way of, we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have 2 square meters of skin in our body. So
Nice.
it's a lot of area to explore, to touch, to discover areas that you didn't even know that you enjoy. So we have 2 formulas. One, the full body massage. It's similar to a silicone, is a long-lasting formula, but 100% natural. And then we have the warming oil. It's 100% glycerin, so it's what gives it the warming effect. And it's surprising because when you apply it, you feel the warming effect, and then if you blow gently, you see how the temperature rises, and it's really nice. And it's
Good to
really nice too.
know. But also nice, I think, for not just like a back massage, but if what you said, like you're rubbing the whole body and you blow in the neck or something, you can just get the heat
The
up.
the area behind your knees, or the inside area of your arms, it's places that we almost forgot that we have, and it's so nice.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 formulas. One is the finger play gel, and the other one is the anal play gel. And I'm going to explain them together because the base is the same, but one has an extra 2 or 3 ingredients to make things more exciting. So the finger, I think that it's not very nice when someone touches you on your intimate area with dry hands. It's like sandpaper sometimes. And the finger play gel is exactly for that, is to touch our intimate areas, or maybe use it with a sex toy to, for an intimate massage, or for playing around with fingers and intimate area.
Yeah, so I've got a question. It's like a small tube if you compare it with my hands. If you want to have like those moisty feeling that it's not dry sandpaper, how much do you need? Because I can imagine people thinking like, oh, this tube will be empty in 2 finger gels.
Well, it depends. I'm gonna open this one. Oh, the other thing is that on this side of the cap, you can open like it's sealed, so you have to break it. I would say this amount, like a small amount, like a peanut size, maybe a hazelnut, it's enough, because it has like a very smooth texture, and it glides a lot. So I think with just a hazelnut quantity, it's enough. And especially because it will add to your natural lubrication, or you can add more if it's an area that doesn't lubricate, but it's enough. So now I did a mess and I have to clean my hands.
Well, so also, if I'm just thinking about the viewers, why should they go for finger play gel instead of like normal lube, like silicone lube or water-based lube?
That's a good question. In fact, what we wanted with these gels is not to. This is not a lubricant. It's not the idea. What we wanted is to stay away from the idea that play gels are for penetration. That's the excuse. That's why we call it finger play gel, because it's supposed to remind you that when you use a gel, it's not just for penetration, it's also for playing. And you have 10 fingers and so much can be done and explored. So that's the idea. In fact, the formula is the same formula as a lubricant, but we wanted to make things more complicated.
I like the idea.
And that's basically the idea, because the formula is the same as a water-based lubricant, and it's safe to use with condoms, it's safe to use with sex toys, and it's safe with in your intimate areas. But we wanted to remind you that the lubricants or the intimate gels are good for playing, not only for penetration.
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Maybe I'm going far away from the question. No. And then the anal play has the same formula as the finger play. It's a water-based formula, but it has arnica and aloe vera and chamomile. So when we're talking about anal play, again, I'm not talking about anal sex as penetrative sex. I'm talking about stimulating a very sensitive area of our bodies, an area that doesn't lubricate by itself, so it needs an extra moisture. It's very important to hydrate the area before playing to avoid friction that can damage your anal area. So that's why we added chamomile and arnica, and I'm missing aloe vera for that extra moisturizing. So the formulas are exactly the same. You can use both finger play and anal play for playing with hands and body.
Does the anal play gel also have like a numbing effect?
No, and this is something that I'm against, so if I can say in that way, because I think it's not good when you don't feel, especially in such a sensitive area as our anus. It's very important to keep you can choose whatever. If you want to try one that it's a little bit numbing, okay, but I think it's important to learn first and feel and know the limits and know when it's pleasure or when it's doing something wrong. So that's why I don't like the products with numbing effect, because I find it a little bit misleading.
Numbing effect can get you over your boundaries.
Exactly. That's perfect. That's the exact words.
Somebody says, I think it's a less big step for people to go use as a lubricant, as a lot of people still think you only use lubricant when you do not get wet. Yeah, also.
Yeah, exactly. And answering that, I always say, when someone says, what should I start from? If I have to buy just one thing, what should I buy in our industry? And I always say, buy a good lubricant. Start with a good lubricant. I think it's like the small black dress in your closet. They usually say that it's the black dress that it goes with anything. But when we're talking about pleasure, I think a good lubricant, it's the best thing that you can buy. And forget about lubricant as something that it's when you don't have enough natural lubrication or when something is wrong, because there's nothing wrong with our bodies. We don't work the same way the whole cycle, the whole month. We don't work the same way. We don't have the same amount of body reaction to stimulation. And on top, if everything is okay and you have lubrication, natural lubrication, it's so much fun. You can add so much fun to playing, that lubricants. It's good to use with a sex toy. It's good with your partner. It's good with solo play. I would recommend start with a lubricant. If you have to buy just one thing, I would say.
I've got a few questions. First of all, the massage oil, the two different ones we showed before. We talked about massaging intimate parts, but you can also, I really like a body-on-body massage, so you both be rubbing against each other. At some point, when you do want to have penetration, is it possible? Like, is it also lubricant kind of?
This one I would recommend mostly the full body. It's thought exactly for that, when you have body to body contact and you have hands touching and maybe there is penetration afterwards. And yes, it is a safe formula. The other one, it's also safe, but it's not as moisturizing, and also because it's 100% glycerin, it may affect your pH, your vagina pH. Some people are sensitive to silicone, especially in this amount. It's 100% glycerin. I said silicone,
And
no,
it has
glycerin.
the warming effect, so you shouldn't be sure if you want the warming effect inside.
Exactly. And it reacts with your natural humidity. So I would recommend this one, the full body massage.
Yeah. Okay, we got a few questions as well. How do the products will be afterwards? Will it stay sticky?
No. I was thinking about if some, well, the warming effect, it's a little bit, if I have to choose one, I would say the warming effect has a little bit of stickiness
But then
due
we
to
were
the,
talking about a little bit.
yeah, a little bit. As you can see, I was adding a lot of finger play, and no, it's not sticky. It's comfortable.
Okay. There's another question. The box, can you buy it on Willie.nl completely? Yeah, so you can buy all the products separate. I have to say they go fast, so don't wait like for a week. We will like keep adding the supply, but if you want to have quick at your home and try it out, don't wait too long. As I said before, at the end of the masterclass, I will explain how to get it with discount and the complete box as well. The complete box is 175 euros, but you can get it with discount now. So stay watching. We got 2 more products to go, I think.
Exactly. I saved this one. I saved these 2 for last. I'm gonna save the solid perfume for last because it's something that I want to explain a little bit more deeply. Then we have a shimmer oil, and the shimmer oil, it's a dry texture, so it's very liquid. I don't know if you can see, it's very liquid. It has mineral particles, it's not glittery, it's not microplastics, and it hydrates, but it has a dry feeling, so after a while you don't have any sensation. The idea of this product is to reconnect with our areas, to reconnect and empowering a little bit. So it has coconut aroma. You can add it on your intimate external areas, if you even on your pubic hair, so it can highlight the pubic hair. It smells amazing, and it's also made with coconut oil, so it's antibacterial also. So it's good for your skin or for after shaving and waxing. So it's more like a intimate beauty product, although I don't like to call it that way, but it's more it's not as playful as in the game, but it's a
I found it very interesting because I got this one right away. Not only because I wanted to show my boyfriend my glittery vulva. I also thought like, oh, glittery penis would be nice as well sometimes. But also I was really excited about the fact that it helps after shaving because I always get like a little irritation. And it's also moisturizing. And I took it with me on vacation, and I also like put it on my legs to have those shimmery brown sunlit legs under my skirt. So yeah,
it's a multi, I think it's a multi-purpose oil, so you can add it because it's not greasy. You can add it all over your body. You can also use it. I sometimes, as you said, I use it on the dry areas, and it's glittery, so it has like that extra spark. So it's a product that I really like, but it's like more for pampering ourselves than for the game itself.
It's a great one for Christmas. Like, hi.
It is a good, and it's beautiful, I find it really beautiful. And I saved the full body perfume for last. It is a solid perfume in a paper tube. You just push it down and it goes up, and it's made with coconut oil also. And the reason I'm saving this one for last is that I'm against, and I'm a bit against perfume and intimate areas like deodorants and aggressive things, because it can take the balance from your intimate area. But at the same time, I know that we are obsessed with body odors, our natural body odors, and it's something that from a very early age, especially as a woman or someone with a vulva and a vagina, we are all always concerned about the smell, and it's a lot of social stigma around it. And we know that we need an extra thing to feel comfortable. Many of us, luckily, we are being more body positive, and finally we are understanding that there's nothing wrong with our natural body odors, and it's completely natural, and it's a great, and I must say it plays a big part in attraction, in sexual attraction, our natural
pheromones, like the natural pheromones.
Exactly, the attraction, and it plays a huge part in the way we like or we don't like someone. And when you cover it with perfume, well, it's nice when you smell a good perfume, but it's also good to smell your partner, to discover all this other. So the solid body perfume, it's a completely safe formula made with coconut oil, and you can use it in the inside of your thighs and or external intimate area. If you need that extra sensation to, well, I need something, I need to freshen up a little bit, and it's also edible, and it smells good, it tastes good, and it won't affect your pH, so it's very safe. So if you need to use a deodorant, or if it makes you feel more comfortable, and I understand that along the month maybe we will need something, or we want to find a body safe formula, find something that keep your pH in balance.
Yeah. Well, I think this one is very nice, and you should do it for yourself, not for somebody else. But if you think like, oh, I like this, do it for yourself. Not only if you have a vulva or vagina, but also when you have a penis, because balls can get sweaty as well. And I think it's very nice, not only when you're in a relationship, but also when you're single and you're dating, or you have a one-night stand and you're going out to the club and you're all sweaty. And I can imagine like you being a little bit, not ashamed, because that's a hard word, but not as confident about your parts. And then if you put this one in your purse or your pocket, you can like just freshen up a little.
Exactly, because it's not a daily use product, but it's something that you keep on your purse and gives you that extra confidence when the time comes.
Well, thank you so much for all your interesting information.
Thank you so much.
The time is almost up. It flew by. So I just wanted to tell you, all the viewers, if you got any questions, please ask them now. This is your one and only chance. And I will explain how to get the products. So you can buy them separately at Willie.nl, but you can also buy the experience box, which got everything in it. I will tell you which products we discussed tonight. So we have the full body perfume that we ended with, the clitoral balm, the nipple play gel, the oral sex balm, the mouth watering spray. I have the warming massage oil, the full body massage, the finger play gel, the anal play gel. Yeah, it's a lot. The hair and skin shimmer oil. We've got the strips and the pouch, traveling pouch, which you get when you get the whole experience box. And there's also a bag with it from Slow Sex.
Oh, I have it. Yeah, I have it. I had it here. The tote bag with the Slow Sex manifesto.
Yeah. So When you go to Willie.nl, you can buy all Slow6 products with 30% discount till the 29th of November. Also, the whole experience box, which is worth 175 euros, is in discount and in sale. So check it out. And you can also win the experience box. So if you want to win it, then I will save the live when we end it. And you can place a comment and let us know which product you really want to try. Yeah. And you can win the whole experience box. So let me see. I see thanks. I'm curious to use them. Everything you need for a wonderful time. Thanks a lot for all the information. It was very useful. Well, thank you so much for watching. And Elsa, thank you so much for your time and all the
Thank you so much for the invitation, and thank you so much everyone for listening to almost an hour. Yeah. And it's quite a huge amount of information. Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope to see you soon. I think we got a lot to talk about.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Night. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.